Welcome to another edition of the Week in Review for Swim Easy Speed and Magnolia Masters. This is going to be a pretty big week. It's a pretty long video just because there was a lot going on. It's the week of Ironman Texas. So Monday we kind of started out with 75s swim kick and then some 50s. But again, a lot of emphasis on kick just to get everyone a little bit ready for tomorrow, for Tuesday. We're still far enough out at this point from the race that, we're going pretty hard still. That's probably the one big mistake I see triathlon make around the swim training is consistency is king. And you just want to keep on swimming. And, here's one of the things that's really good about the team is everyone kind of hangs out at the end and shoots the breeze, and it's a great way to recover, too. Tuesday we did some 50s where we were swimming, kicking with mitts, and then some 75s at hold pace. We got in a pretty good set that day. You guys are distance swimmers, so we want to keep the volume fairly high, the intensity fairly high, and start to bring it down probably about Wednesday, where we'll really start to dial things back a little bit. And so Wednesday we started with some 25s with mitts, hold pace hundreds. And with the hold pace hundreds, we were, still going pretty hard, but we were getting a lot of rest. So you increase the amount of rest. So you can see, here's one of the pros that was in town, Lars Schmidt. He was kind of making his debut, throwing down some 102s, 103s. Here's Vinod. This is going to be his Ironman debut. And he actually ended up having a really great race. This is another guy, Curtis. They both started swimming with me, and they couldn't swim, literally, when they first started. And Vinod ended up going 129, and Curtis was 122. So here's a pro that I used to coach when he was an age grouper, Yang Pang, and then Alice Alberts was right next to him. So we've had a full pool this past week, and kind of here's the start of Ironman Texas. This was in the chute. I was the volunteer captain for the Swim Spartas, and we kind of help everybody in the water. So here was the last two athletes getting in the water, and we've got to get 2,000 people in the water in about 40 minutes for all the time cutoffs to work, particularly the Hardy Toll Road. So we made it in 39 minutes. It was... First athlete went in at about 6:40. Last athlete went in at about 7:19. Here's a shot down the lake, so you can kind of see where everybody's at and what they're doing. I'll probably do another video on kind of the line and what line you want to hold at a future date. But here we are, kind of athletes just getting into the canal on the swim. So they've done about 2/3 of the race at this point. Here's the finish. This is like the last 300 yards here. And, you can see it starts to get pretty choppy with that many athletes in the water. Yeah, thank you. It's always nice when the fans come out. Here was some of the swim spotters and one of the kayakers helping a guy. He had a strained calf. So you can see there's a lot of support on the waterway, on the canal, and on the swim for athletes. Here's this was probably all these people are about 125 to 135. So you can see it gets pretty hectic. This was the last few athletes, and I think a lot of these guys didn't end up making the cut. This is the tail end of the swim. So Ironman Texas always has kind of top fans. So here was one of the top fans right on the side of the canal. If you've never experienced Hippie Hollow, go experience Hippie Hollow. It is an experience to behold. And they just keep getting better and better every year with what they're doing. So those guys originally from South Coast Endurance, but TJ Fry, Jesse Robinson, they're kind of the spearheads behind it. And, they do a great job of really rallying everybody and making a really energetic part of the course. And then here was kind of a little bit later in the evening. This is probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. So they start bringing everything out. And then here's the finish line. So, here's Jocelyn. This is after she came across, and Kat Matthews and Maya Stage Nielsen are already in. And then here is Vinod. Vinod, who I showed you earlier. This is him at the finish line when he finished. First Ironman completed. So, yeah, all in all, just a really great day. And, I was thrilled to be a part of it. So, as always, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will hopefully see you next week.